Hello pals, this is ZY Saigon Project and I, Victor Shadrin. In today's vid, we'll chat with you about how to become more efficient and learn to achieve your goals using Qigong. We will consider the first basic and very important exercise of the Zhong Yuan Qigong system, Big Tree. On our channel, we discuss Qigong, health, and success. If you're interested in these topics, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. And we start. Let's get started. Exercise. Big Tree is a method to enhance your physical and energy condition and a potent instructor for advantageous psycho-emotional techniques. This is a basic exercise that we learn in the Zhong Yuan Qigong system, a meditative practice in a standing position that is performed for a long time. This exercise is commonly referred to from the perspective of Qi energy. With its help, you can rapidly increase your energy potential and consequently strengthen your overall health. But few discuss the fact that the practice of Big Tree plays a crucial role in the development of decision-making skills and the achievement of results. That is the reason why we call it a universal personal growth simulator. Let us consider such an example for better understanding and analysis. Now, personal development trainings and personality transformation are popular. Individuals invest a lot of time and money in participating in these programs, studying self-improvement literature, and so on. After undergoing training for a few weeks, an individual leads a slightly different lifestyle and exhibits slightly more productive behavior. But then, everything passes, he goes back to his previous life and requires the next training or some other thing. In a circle endlessly, people having spent money and time become disappointed and think it's a scam and deception. All this is a scam and deception. Why is this happening? Do trainings truly not work? What processes need to be involved in order to truly achieve the desired result? An individual is a creature capable of self-programming and self-modification. We establish patterns of our behavior in society by repetitively and hereditarily adopting the behavior of our surrounding environment. In the beginning, parents and relatives, then friends, teachers, and the people who form our immediate social circle. It is these basic habits that largely determine our fate, or, as it is customary to call it in the East, karma. This is a very important point that you need to know in order to understand how we can change our lives for the better and whether we can change it at all. From an evolutionary perspective, copying the behavior of other people in a child's environment is a very valuable skill that allowed our biological species to survive at one time. If the tribe could afford to have children, it means that the actions of the community members provided protection against enemies and predators, food and other conditions necessary for life. It turns out that such collective behavior is effective for survival and reproduction. So in order to survive, you need to do what everyone else does. That's the logic. Therefore, historically, it has been the case that our normal reaction to everything new is fear and discomfort. And everything we do within our habits is accompanied by a sense of calmness and even a kind of comfortableness. You likely observed how an individual works in a clearly unpromising occupation and consistently lacks financial resources. It appears that an individual has the potential to earn a higher income. However, once the idea of quitting and pursuing a regular job with improved conditions is brought up, the individual experiences immediate feelings of fear, discomfort, and even panic. And he explains it to himself by the fact that the old job is already familiar, reliable, and stable. This is exactly the reaction of the defensive system of old habits. So in order to start living differently, you need to start behaving differently. Question: how to do it? In order to provide an answer, let's go back to the exercise titled Big Tree. The practice involves remaining motionless for an extended period, approximately 1 or 2. The process of a substantial tree entails significant moments, the capability to make decisions and successfully achieve the intended outcome as planned. You make the decision to practice for 1 hour now, and you will not move from the spot. This greatly strengthens your willpower. And since practice needs to be regular, you can add the ability to perform some actions systematically and disciplined here. Here you can also include the skill of mindfulness and control of your life, without which it will be simply impossible to find time for classes. Real practice begins when a person cannot stand still for an hour a day, although he understands that this practice is beneficial for him. Here we directly touch on the topic of habits. because it is habits that include those processes that hinder reaching the planned goal. That is again, for example, stand for an hour. Based on my experience, the process of standing is only 20% difficult for the physical body and 80% difficult for the mental and psychological components. When you miss a scheduled lesson or conclude a practice earlier than planned, the most fascinating part commences. Then there is a chance to track and observe the reactions of your mind that hinder you from following and implementing your own plan effectively. When you initially inquire yourself the question, "Why couldn't I?" the act of practicing moves to a new level of intensity. At this moment, the process of realizing your automatic actions, which have been controlling your life for a long time, is activated. By utilizing such a straightforward action like extended immobile standing in a specific posture, we reveal all the subconscious responses that accompany us throughout our existence, and we can commence conducting experiments with them. The process of achieving the result is the same, regardless of whether we need to learn to stand for an hour daily or we want to become a millionaire. In the practice of Big Tree, we encounter the same things: challenges, boredom, excitement, enthusiasm, positive and negative mood. However, in contrast to real life, where everything is more frightening, more grave and faster paced, in this context, we actively opt for a comfortable time and place, making an effort to be prepared for those unpleasant reactions that we naturally avoid in real life. Auto run away in real life. In practice, everything is simple. If you persevered, you achieved a result. If you didn't persevere, no result. If you didn't hold on, we start analyzing. We ask the question, "Why couldn't you?" and give ourselves the answer: boredom, frustration, pain, discomfort, etc. It is important for everyone to start working on themselves. The practice task is to realize the problems, be prepared for these reactions, and achieve a result, i.e., still stand the planned time. During the process of such work, an individual develops patience, humility, willpower, and other beneficial qualities. During our communication, we will revisit this topic once again. The systematic repetition of this exercise for a number of months, extending to a year or even longer, is of utmost importance. So you will obtain a detailed depiction of yourself and shatter consciousness to an extremely elevated level. Using the Big Tree exercise, you can enhance the power of your intention to a level where all desires become tangible and attainable. The most interesting thing is that ineffective qualities are replaced with effective ones smoothly and imperceptibly. All you need to do is systematically carry out exercises. Everything else will happen automatically on its own. Friends, in the upcoming video, we will learn the technique of performing the Big Tree exercise and discuss important questions related to practice. And if interested, subscribe to our channel and like it. This way, you'll greatly support our project. With you was Victor Chatrin. Until we meet.